cares and troubles, toodaloo. No need to hurry, no need to worry. Mr. Bluebird, how you do? Let the sunshine fill your heart with joy. Boys and girls, come out to play. Don't sit and ponder, look over yonder. Here come those lazy days.
Come on then, catch it. That's a good boy.
Trevor?
Yes, Dad?
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just feeding the seagulls.
Would you mind packing it in, please, and closing the door? I mean, look at...
Yeah, all right, Dad.
Yeah, thank you. That's better. Oh, what were you giving them anyway?
Well, it was just some carrot flan.
Carrot flan? Where'd you get that from?
Well, I made it myself.
Oh, really? What do you do for afters? Dried egg custard? Come on, Trevor. The war's been over 12 months.
Well, yeah, I know, but carrots are good for your eyes.
Not doing much for you, are they? Would you take that thing off, please? Good heavens. Now, look at this, lot. Look at this. Here. Estimates for repairs to the pier. Look at them. They're all from people wanting huge sums of money just for slapping on a bit of paint, knocking a nail in. Do you know, Trevor, carpenters and painters want 1 3/4 an hour. 1 3/4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's just for working weekdays. I mean, if they work Saturday afternoons, they want time and a third. Yeah, that'd work out at, there's 1, 3... Well, it's a lot of money, Trevor. You know, there's no doubt about it. Doing up this pier is going to cost a lot more than we thought.
Unless
Unless what?
we get someone to help.
Eh?
Well, there's a story in here about a parents' association that practically rebuilt a school.
Rebuilt a school?
Yeah, they couldn't get the labour, so they set to and did it themselves.
Oh.
They formed a voluntary group called the Parents of Upper Fordham School. P-O-U-F-S.
Puffs? That's a funny name for a parents' association, isn't it? Still, we haven't met the parents, have we? Let's have a look at that. Yes, in just 3 months, the parents of Upper Fordham School Association set to and completely restored the war-damaged school to its former glory. Yes, you could have hit on something here, Trevor. You're not as daft as you look, are you?
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, listen, if we could get a load of volunteers to come along here and work on the pier for nothing, just think of the savings.
Yeah, we could form our own society.
Yeah, why not?
Well, what would we call it?
Well, I don't know. Give a bit of thought to that. Should be something rather impressive, I think.
Yeah.
How about the Society for Preserving Ancient Monuments?
Yeah.
S-P-A-M. Spam. That's impressive. That sounds like a tin of meat, Trevor. Now, I think it should be something more personal, more friendly. Hang on. What about... I've got it. Listen. Friends of Midbourne Pier Association. F-O-M-P-A. FOMPA. FOMPA.
I beg your pardon?
FOMPA. Friends of Midbourne Pier Association.
Oh, yes, of course. I should have realised.
You see, I suddenly had this wonderful brainwave, Dickie, to get all these volunteers together to help with work on the pier.
Come in.
I've got the Middleton file for you, Mr. Talbot. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, nothing important, Miss Baxter. Mr. Archer was just talking about... What is it? FOMPA.
Really? That's the rabbit in Bambi that used to thump on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think you quite...
I saw that film 6 times and I cried every time.
No, Miss Beck. Not Thumper. FOMPA. Friends of Midbourne Pier Association.
I didn't know there was one.
Well, there isn't yet. That's what we're talking about.
Thank you, Miss Baxter.
Oh, I thought it was ever so sad when his mother died.
Whose mother?
Bambi's.
Oh, I see, yeah. Well, what do you think?
Yes, I thought it was sad, too.
I mean, what do you think about FOMPA?
Oh, yes. Well, it has a certain ring to it.
No, not the name, the idea. You see, what we wanted to...
Come in.
sorry, Mr. Talbot, but one of the statements had fallen out.
You see, what we want to do is to get people to volunteer their services for nothing.
Yes, I do know what a volunteer is.
Oh, I can see why they made you a manager, Dickie.
Mr. Talbot was made a manager because of his outstanding ability.
Yes, thank you, Miss Baxter.
Not to mention his sharp wit and the wonderful way he has of handling people.
Oh, well, I dare say you'd know more about that than I would, love.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Talbot. I shouldn't have spoken out of turn like that.
That's all right, Miss Baxter.
I don't know what came over me. I'll just go and... Sorry.
What is this fatal fascination you have over women, Dickie? Right, I'll try again. What do you think of the idea of volunteers helping to restore the pier?
Well, I don't see that it concerns me.
Oh, but it does. Don't forget that you, through the bank, are backing me.
Yes, under duress.
Well, be that as it may, I'd like you to show a bit more interest. I mean, people look up to you. I can't see it myself, but they do.
And if I don't show an interest?
Well, in that case, your wife, my lovely big sister, will get to hear about your little bit of fluff, Gloria.
You wouldn't.
I would. And not only that, the bank will get to hear about all those travellers' checks that went walkies. Yes, I can see you're getting more interested in this project by the minute. Lazy. Oh, well, there, Trevor, look at that. Isn't it marvellous? It's filthy. Oh, come on, Trevor. You've got to look beyond a bit of dust and rubbish.
A bit?
Yes, you've got to think back to the days when this place was resounding with the chink of teacups and the gentle strains of Gladys Wilcox and her trio and the happy laughter of all the holiday makers sipping their China tea. And just think of that, Trevor, eh? No, well, don't strain yourself, will you? Anyway, this is where we're going to hold the first meeting of FOMPA.
What did Uncle Richard think of the idea of Fomper?
Well, I must admit, to begin with, he wasn't that keen, but by the time I'd finished, he was over the moon. Do you hear that?
Yeah, what is it?
Well, it's not the Death Watch Beetle, although on this pier you never know, do you? No. But you are listening to the sound of what could be our first volunteer.
It's Fred Wattle.
Precisely. Now, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to appeal to his sense of patriotism. I mean, with an old soldier like him, I can't fail, can I? Now, Trevor, I want you to watch this technique because you could learn something here, son.
All right.
Well, it's Mr. Wattle, Trevor.
Oh, yes, so it is.
Hello, what we got here? Flotsam and jetsam.
That's good, isn't that good?
Oh, yeah, that's very good.
Listen now. How are you today, Fred Denman?
Not so good, if you must know.
Oh?
This damp plays havoc with my joints.
What, you mean the glue won't dry?
Oh, yeah, that's very funny, that is.
Well, I mean, what is life if you can't have a bit of a laugh, eh, Fred? Listen, joking aside, the reason I've come here today is, you probably don't know this, but you and I share a common interest.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you kept whippets.
I'm not talking about whippets. Lovely creatures though they are.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
listen, Fred. What are you standing on at this moment?
My feet.
His feet. Isn't that good? No. Underneath them.
The floor.
Exactly.
You're interested in floorboards. Oh, it takes all sorts, I suppose.
No. I'm talking about the pier. We are getting up a campaign to save the pier.
Yeah, we're going to ask people to give up their time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes. And to you has fallen the honour of being the first volunteer.
Really?
Yes. Now, all it means is just a bit of overtime.
Unpaid overtime.
Well, in a nutshell, yes.
No, you're wasted here, you two. You should be an happy drone.
Fred, I appeal to you as a patriot.
You don't appeal to me at all. Let alone as a patriot.
Now, Fred, have you forgotten our great and glorious Prime Minister, Winston Churchill? We shall fight them on the beaches and in the high street, and we will fight them on the piers.
He never said nothing about piers.
Well, it must have been at the back of his mind, otherwise he wouldn't have the middle blown out of this one, would he? I mean, we're fighting another battle now, Fred. A battle to save part of our heritage, Midbourne Pier.
Well, you two can fight if you like. Me, I'm going out for my dinner.
Oh, Fred, come on now, Fred. Where's your sense of patriotism?
Your coffee, Mr. Talbot.
Thank you, Miss Baxter.
I've got a little extra something for you today.
Have you?
One of my auntie's homemade fig Newtons.
Fig Newton, how wonderful. I didn't know you could get figs yet.
They're not fresh, they're dried. Auntie's had them since before the war.
Oh, goodness me. Well, since it's so special, I think I'll keep it till later. One doesn't want to rush a fig Newton.
Any news of Fompa?
What?
The Friends of Midbourne Pier Association?
No, nothing at all.
No, there was nothing in the paper.
I think you've heard the last of that.
Pity, I thought it was quite interesting.
Really?
Yes, I thought it was a very good idea.
You don't want to concern yourself with the pier, Miss Baxter.
Anything that concerns you concerns me, Mr. Talbot.
Yes, well, as I said, it's gone very quiet on that front. I don't think you'll hear any more. What in heaven's name's that?
I'll go and see. Oh, Mr. Talbot, I think you better come.
Good grief.
Morning, Diggy. Morning, Uncle Richard.
All right, Mr. Sims. Miss Johnson, I'll handle this.
Yes, I didn't want to disturb you because I knew you'd be busy. Up on the left, I think, Trevor.
What is going on?
Yeah, just a second. Come on now. Yeah, that's better. That'll do. Fine. Yeah, now have a look at that, Dickie. Look at that. What's missing? You are. Do you get it?
Very good.
That was my idea.
Really? Look, you can't just stick a poster up there.
Well, where can we stick it? Right, off you go, son. Got a lot of posting to do before Thursday. Well, I'll go and try some of the shops in the high street. Yeah, good lad. Right, we'll see you Thursday then, Dickie.
Hey, look, I don't think I could possibly...
No, I need you there. We need you to help to select the right types for Fompa. We do not want any riff-raff getting in, and you know how to spot them.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, listen, would you like some handbills to give out to your customers? Oh, well, perhaps not. Right, off we go. Drum up some more support. Toodle pip. F-O-M-P-A. Fompa.
You have to admire his enthusiasm.
I'm trying very hard not to. Look, he's left that wretched poster up there.
Shall I take it down?
Yes, please, Miss Baxter.
You'll have to hold me while I stand on the chair.
Yes, well, on second thoughts, perhaps it won't do any harm to leave it there.
Right, there we are. Now then, Fred, if you can just shove that football machine against the wall, we can get a few more chairs in there.
You shove it. I'm not shoving anything else, not with my shoulder.
Oh.
My sciatica's gone right into my neck now.
Oh, really?
What do you want all these chairs for, anyway?
I've told you I'm expecting an enormous turnout this evening.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm holding the meeting in here.
Well, if you want my opinion, you'd be better off holding it in a telephone box.
If I want your opinion, I'll ask for it, thank you.
I don't want to be too late. I want to be home in time for appointment with Thea.
Blimey, I wouldn't be that keen to get home to my wife.
I'm talking about the wireless program, you know, the man in black.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Right, just get those chairs, would you?
I am not getting any more chairs. Look, I've told you, I've got this pain in my neck.
I thought about a pain in the neck. You're a right pain in the up. Ah, yes, Trevor. Hello, Mr. Wattle.
Goodbye.
Oh, honestly.
What's the matter with Fred, then?
Oh, he's got the hump, that's all. Right, Trevor, nearly 6 o'clock. We'll soon have the crowds arriving here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to our advertising campaign.
Hey, the shops are very good on the whole about taking the posters.
Yeah.
The only spot of bother was with Groves the Undertaker.
Oh, what was that?
Well, I put one of the posters in his window, propped up against an oak coffin, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it must have got bent over, because all people could see was a coffin with a sign, "What's missing? You are." Well, apparently had a lot of complaints.
Yeah, well, some people got no sense of humour, have they? Hello, that looks like our first volunteer. Ha! Oh, no, it's your Uncle Dickie. Hello there, Dickie, old man.
Good evening, Ron.
Evening, Uncle Richard.
Trevor. Not exactly packed out, are you?
Oh, we will be, don't you worry.
You seem to be expecting quite a crowd.
Yes, I just hope I've got enough seats.
Well, unless more than 1,000 turn up, you should be all right.
Yeah, there's a bit of standing room at the back there.
Oh, good.
Yeah, now, Dickie, I'd like you to sit here, please.
What?
Yes, I want you to help to select the volunteers as they come in.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you see, now what happens is I give them the once-over, and then you act as a sort of final filter.
Make me sound like a sewage farm.
No, you see, we've got to get the right types for Fomper. We do not want any oddballs slipping in.
Oddballs? How am I going to recognize them? Well, on second thoughts, perhaps I can manage that.
Yeah.
What do you want me to ask the people?
Well, after all your years in the bank, I shouldn't have to tell you that. Just imagine you're talking to a customer.
It's almost 6. They'll be here soon.
Yeah, better stand by, eh?
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yes, nerve-tingling.
Yeah, I wonder who our first volunteer's going to be. Oh, it's Miss Baxter.
Oh, hello.
I don't have to interview her, do I?
Oh, no, of course not.
I haven't arrived too early, have I?
No, not at all.
I wanted to get here before the rush.
Well, that wouldn't be difficult.
I didn't know you were interested in our little enterprise, Miss Baxter.
Oh, yes. Your uncle and I share a lot of things in common.
Oh, really?
Did you put up all these posters
Well,
and
yeah,
things?
most of them.
I'm not interrupting anything.
How do you mean?
Having Miss Baxter here.
Oh, you mean you don't want to mix business with pleasure?
I mean nothing of the kind.
I must say, this all looks very nice. All you need now are the people.
Oh, they'll be here, don't you worry. Trevor and me, we've canvassed this town from end to end.
Yeah, that's right. From St. Mary's Convent in the east to Cohen's Bakery in the west, from the brewery in the north, right down to the pier.
So you might say you've gone from nuns to buns, from beer to pier. It's a joke.
Oh, Mr. Talbot, that's awfully funny.
Non St. Mary's.
No, don't worry about it now, Trevor. Forget it for the minute.
Do you mind if I come in?
No. Come in, please.
I heard the sound of laughter, and I thought for one moment the jolly old Pierrot show had come back. My name's Woolcott, by the way. Ernest Woolcott.
How do you do? I am Ron Archer. I'm the organizer, as you might say.
Thought so.
Yes. This is Mr. Talbot.
How do you do?
Yes, he is our financial advisor.
Thought so. You look like a financier.
Yes, and this is Miss Baxter.
Hello.
She's Mr. Talbot's...
Thought so.
And I'm Trevor.
Of course you are.
Mr. Talbot is also our one-man selection committee, as you might say.
Thought so.
So would you mind if we ask you a few questions, please? It's just for our record, so we know who's who.
Not at all.
Right, thank you, Mr. Talbot.
Yes, do sit down.
Thank you. Well, fire away.
Your name is...
Ernest Woolcott.
Good. You got the first answer correct. Now, Mr. Wilkins, about your current account. I mean, what collateral... no, what I'm trying to say is, are you at all interested in piers?
I'll say I am. I find them fascinating, quite fascinating. You know, of course, that this one was built by Eugenius Birch back in 1860.
Well, yes, we did.
What a character he was. He used to knock 'em up all over the place. Piers, that is. Yes. They don't make them like this anymore.
He's just the sort of material we're looking for.
Piers have always had a special niche in my affections. I think you'll find there's very little I don't know about them.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's after 6. I mean, where are they all? There should be a lot more people here by now.
Perhaps the general public don't share Mr. Wilkins' enthusiasm.
I don't see why not. I certainly do. I think it's very exciting. I feel as though I'm on the brink of a great adventure.
Now, don't get carried away, Miss Baxter.
Mr. Archer must feel a bit like Christopher Columbus felt before he set sail for America.
Well, I don't know about that.
Or Lindbergh before he flew the Atlantic.
Oh, yes.
Charles Smith,
Who's he?
captain of the Titanic.
Hadn't we better get on with the interview?
Well, I don't think I...
Now, as I see it, your first task must be to replace the missing bit.
Well, yes.
It'll mean sinking new piles, of course. It's a pity, but there it is. One's first priority must be to preserve this lovely old structure.
I hope you're not talking about me, love.
Oh, good evening. I'm Ron Archer.
Olive Green, widow.
Oh, how do you do? Yes, this is Mr. Talbot.
How do you do?
Yes, and
Hello.
Miss Baxter.
Hello.
And Mr.
Woolcott.
How do you do?
And I'm Trevor.
Oh, that's nice.
Listen, would you mind if Mr. Talbot asked you a few questions about yourself?
Don't mind at all, love.
No, you see, we're going to have so many people coming through here this evening, and it's just to help us to remember, you see.
Rightio.
Right.
So, you're going to take down my particulars, are you? Are you married, love?
What? Yes, I am.
I like to get these things clear at the start. Saves any unpleasantness later. Many's the time we've come in here for a pot of tea and a plate of cream cakes, all for sixpence.
We are talking about pre-war prices when a penny bun cost a halfpenny. Now, before the Depression, a penny bun would cost you a farthing, and before that...
Never mind, love. I was talking. Oh, yes. We'd have our tea, and then we'd go to the arcade. My hubby loved the machines. Mind you, I had to draw the line at what, but then we'd take a stroll along the pier and have a glass of sarsaparilla, and then to finish up, we'd listen to selections of Merry England and Ruddy Gore. Oh, it was nice.
Yeah, those are the days, eh? Yes, and we'll soon have them back again.
Not if tonight is anything to go by.
What? It's after 7. Where are they all? Trevor, go and have a look, see if you can see anybody. Go on.
Yeah, OK, Dad.
Oh, come on, hurry
I
up.
did warn you about the wisdom of this scheme in the first place.
Well, I would have thought this pier should have meant something to the people of Midbourne.
Well, they don't want to know. Sad, but there you are.
Yeah, well, don't write us off just yet, Dickie.
But you've only had 2 people turn up.
3? Don't forget me, Mr. Talbot.
As if one could. But considering the public's disinterest in the pier, perhaps we shouldn't just question the setting up of Fompa, but the validity of the pier itself.
Oh, what a shame. I was so looking forward to working more closely with you on this project.
Well, we just have to face these little setbacks in life, Miss Baxter. I can assure you there's no one more upset than I am about the failure of Fompa.
Oh, Mr. Talbot.
But there we are. We just have to face it, pack up, and go home.
Dad! It's all right, buddy, it's all right. Buddy! Well, there's 40 or 50 people on the way down. What? Yeah, I've just let them in. I ran on ahead to tell you. Wattle must have locked the gates when he went home. I'll throttle that Wattle.
Did you hear that, Mr. Talbot?
Yes, I did.
Isn't that wonderful? Oh, listen to that. People do care, Mr. Talbot, they do. You were upsetting yourself for nothing. Midbourne Pier is going to be great again. It is. And you are going to make it great. And I shall be at your side. Isn't it all too thrilling for words?
Lazy days will soon be here again. Cares and troubles, toodaloo.